Hi there, I'm Leela from Big Hearts Tiny Vegans. We are a lifestyle channel where we can show you ways that we have implemented minimizing our impact and maximizing our compassion. Today I'm going to show you a recipe, one of my favorite recipes actually, but it's not for food. It's actually for a product for the bathroom. A body scrub. Now this is a sugar body scrub that I always use. The reason I love this recipe is because it's something that doesn't have any waste. Yay! In this I use coconut oil, almond oil, I also use essential oils and sugar. So come here, what are you doing? Gimme! What are you doing? I always make it in this jar, which is a glass jar that I continue to reuse. You can see the product right here. It smells really great. I'm in the shower. I will use my bar soap to wash my body with, and then I will use this. One of the other reasons I like it is because I don't need to use lotion or moisturizer on my skin after the shower. I don't need to store any extra products in my cupboard. Another thing is that all of the ingredients I have in this are things that I always use often in my house anyway. So the sweet almond oil is something that I use for a lot of different things. It's really great for curly hair, so I use it to moisturize my hair. I use it to remove makeup. You can also use it for lubrication. You can use it for all different kinds of things. The other product in here is coconut oil, which I also buy in bulk, which I use in baking and cooking as well. I always have essential oils around the house because I love to use them in products like this that I make. I also use them in sanitizers to diffuse, and even as perfume and put in my hair and things like that. So I do tend to enjoy using high grade essential oils, something that doesn't have any extra chemicals in it. So I do tend to go towards those more expensive brands, and they also have a really good product inside. Of course, the other ingredient in here is sugar. Now for this, I used organic raw cane sugar. I usually buy that in a giant bag because in the summertime I put it in the hummingbird feeder and we watch all the hummingbirds come and eat the nectar, which is really lovely. I also use it sometimes for baking as well, but typically it's mostly for hummingbirds and for this scrub. You can use coconut sugar in this. You could also use any kind of sugar really. So then this basically just lives in my bathroom, and because I have this, I don't need body scrub, I don't need scalp scrub, I don't need any moisturizers, and I also don't need a loofah. So that's why I'm sharing this recipe with you today. I hope you like it. So I always start with this glass jar that I reuse for the purpose of having my sugar body scrub in it. The first thing I add into it is 1 cup of sugar. And again, you can use whatever sugar you prefer. I then add in a 1/4 cup of coconut oil. And I'm going rogue here and just using my hands because that's how I roll. And there you can see the coconut oil is in the jar. Next up, I add a 1/4 cup of sweet almond oil. And as I mentioned earlier, this is something that I really like to use for removing makeup and for my hair as well. So when I add that into the jar, I next will add about 10 drops of my favorite essential oil. For this one, I used lavender and I also used orange as well. So once I put the essential oils in, I like to mix it. I do actually like mixing it with my reusable glass straw just because I think it works really well. And as you can see, you just kind of have to go for it here and mix it all together as well as possible. I sped this part of the video up just so it would be satisfying to watch, and honestly, it is for me. Next, I actually wanted to add in some lavender. So here's some dried lavender from my garden in the summer that I hung and dried. So I'm adding that to the mortar and pestle and grinding it into a finer powder, and then adding that into the sugar scrub that I have just made. I love my mortar and pestle. It's one of my favorite things, and I love it for products like this. And then of course I'll use my trusty reusable straw to mix it together, and there we have it. That's our sugar body scrub. It smells amazing. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to see more videos, you can hit subscribe, even that bell in the corner that gives you notifications when we have new videos. We have taken a video hiatus for a while on YouTube. Simply we have just been busy, and honestly, if I don't feel inspired to make a video, I'm probably not going to make one. So when I do have something I want to share, I will make one. If you haven't already seen it, we did get a tiny house tour done by the YouTube channel Exploring Alternatives. We're so thankful that they came. They're a really lovely couple, and we were able to see our home in a way that we never would have, with the perspective of them filming us and filming the house and the dogs, and it just was a really wonderful experience. So if you haven't already seen it, I will post it in the information below and you can check out the tour of our tiny house. Until next time, minimize your impact and maximize your compassion.